Hey, my name is Brianna and I'm filming this video today that's been highly requested by so many of you who've commented on my videos who have questions about eyelash extensions. So I'll kind of walk you through a little bit about my experience with eyelash extensions, and I'll kind of tell you about the different types of eyelash extensions you can get and the techniques that you can ask for, the general cost and maintenance of eyelash extensions, and then some of the pros and cons of having eyelash extensions. So stay tuned for an all about eyelash extensions. Okay, so the first thing you should know is the different types of eyelash extensions that you can ask for, or when you're looking to book an appointment with an esthetician about the different types of eyelashes that they may offer. So the first thing is that there are mink lashes or there are synthetic lashes. And the type of lashes I use are the synthetic mink is the technical term for them. So they're synthetic, so they're not actual mink fur lashes. The mink lashes are really expensive compared to the synthetic mink. So they're made and designed to look just like the mink lashes, but they aren't made of actual mink fur. There are also very lightweight lashes that you can get, or there are heavier lashes you can get. And I always opt for the lighter weight lashes just because I can wear the really long lashes, because naturally my lashes are pretty long. So I can get away with wearing the longest extensions that they make. So I want them to be really lightweight so that they're not weighing down my eyes or my natural lashes, if that makes sense. And if at any point you have a question about something that I'm telling you about in this video, feel free to put it in the comments below, and I'll definitely be responding to the comments and questions that you might have about eyelash extensions. Anyway, it can be helpful. So then the other thing when it comes to the type of lashes that you can get between the mink or synthetic, or long, short, there's mid-lengths in between as well. There's also lightweight or heavier length. So be sure to ask your esthetician, and they'll probably recommend to you when you go for your initial appointment to get the full set put on, what type of lashes are just going to look best for what you naturally have. Because I haven't had hair extensions, but I know it's very similar to the way that your hair is naturally. The type of extension that you get should be accentuating what you naturally have. And it's the same way for your eyelashes, is if you have naturally longer lashes, you can probably get away with a longer eyelash extension, versus if you have shorter or not as thick lashes naturally, you should probably be getting the really lightweight and the shorter sized extensions put on your lashes. The second thing is the type of technique that you can ask your esthetician if they are certified to do or not. And my esthetician had to go to a special training. So this is something, I think, depending probably on your state as well, you can ask what type of lash extensions they can offer, what kind of techniques they can offer. So there is a 1-to-1 technique. So for every one of your lashes, they will put an extension on your lash. Then there is a 3-to-1 technique. I'm using my hands. 3-to-1 technique that my esthetician had to go again to a special training for, and it's the type that I have on my lashes right now, where they put on 3 lashes or up to 3 lashes on every one of yours. So it is a way to just get extra volume in your lashes, to have 3 lashes on every one of your natural lashes. So those are the 2 different techniques that you can ask for. Another thing about eyelash extensions that you should definitely be aware of is the cost. So for the initial full set that goes on your lashes, I've only had to do this one time, and I've had my extensions on since I was about 6 months pregnant with Landon. So I've had them for almost 2 years, and I only had the initial set put on. And that cost $150, and usually it ranges between $150 to $200 depending, again, on the area you live and just the technique that you're going to be getting, because the 3-to-1 lash, full set of those would probably be a little more expensive than the 1-to-1, just because it's more time consuming to adhere 3 lashes to every one of yours. So $150 to $200. And then for the fills, and I usually go for my fill every 3 to 4 weeks. I can sometimes, depending just on what's in my schedule, get away with the every 4 weeks, but they do, I think, look much better if I go about every 3 weeks. Some people, if you're in the water a lot, or if you like do mess up your lashes and rub your face, you might have to go every 2 weeks. And for those fills, it costs $50 to $75, again, kind of depending on your technique. So you figure the initial investment for me was $150, and then about every 3 weeks, it's $50 for the fill. So that's kind of the cost and maintenance factor. As far as the maintenance of your lashes, so I've learned a couple of tricks along the way that allow me to stretch out my fills to every 4 weeks. And I think the big reason why I can sometimes stretch it to 4 weeks if I need to, just because my calendar is crazy as a full-time working mama, so I can only go nights or weekends for my appointments. And I can stretch it out if I don't actually splash water on my lashes. And I know that might sound weird and seem like probably like an adjustment to how, if you don't have fake lashes, how you wash your face every day, but I'm always very careful to like wash all around my eyes. Even in the shower, I bring in a washcloth, and the second I feel any kind of like water dripping, I dab it right away. And I use a washcloth really just to like get all around my face. So that way my lashes last longer and I get more bang for my buck. The second thing that I use every single day is one of these little like mascara wands. And all that I do is, and I'll kind of even show you on my lashes, I just make sure I go through and brush my lashes, like the tops and the bottom of them. And then that way I don't even need to use the mascara for my eyelash extensions until the 3rd or 4th week right before my fill. And I think that helps make sure that my lashes stay on longer as well. So make sure you ask for these when you go for your appointment, because my esthetician, she'll hand me like 5 every single time that I go if I ask her for these. The third thing to know about maintenance is if you're putting on eyeshadow or eyeliner, or I always still put mascara on my lower lashes, is you have to use a special makeup remover. So don't think that a drugstore, or even if you do use a fancier brand of eye makeup remover, is going to work, because the glue that they use to adhere the lashes to your natural lashes is very, very sensitive. So you have to use a special, and the brand I use is a Lash eye makeup remover. And I also have bought the Lash. So this is the special Lash mascara that I use, so that again, you can't use regular, even expensive mascara on your lash extensions, or it will ruin them. So make sure if you are going to try to stretch out some time between your fills, get whatever your esthetician recommends or tells you, like brands of mascara that you can use with your lash extensions. So the final thing that I want you to know about lash extensions are some of the pros versus cons. If this is something you want to make the investment in, it can be rather costly, and it is something that you need to keep up on, again, for the maintenance of your lashes. So the pros, I never have to use mascara. On the weekend, I can roll out of bed, it looks like I have makeup on. And as a busy mama, I love that. I swear, if I was stranded on a desert island and I could only bring one like makeup product with me prior to my lash extensions, it would have been mascara. So this is just kind of the way that no matter what, every single day, it looks like I've got a nice set of false lashes on, but you don't see that like weird strip line when you do wear like the strip falsies on your eyes. I think another pro is just they do look so natural. So when I used to have special events or special occasions, even my wedding, I'm like, my biggest regret is that I did not know about eyelash extensions and get them before my wedding. But I would put on false lashes, and this just looks so much more natural. I'm out all the time and people will be like, you have the most beautiful eyelashes I've ever seen. And I think, you know, I'm kind of goofy and I'm like, yeah, they're not really mine. But then people who, you know, do use false lashes will look at them even closer and be like, but wait, I don't see a strip, what do you mean? And I have to explain their lash extensions. So I do feel like that is a pro. Like, it's nice to be complimented on them since it is an investment. So yeah, I'll just kind of like close up show you. You can see they're like really long, and there's definitely like 3 lashes to every one. And if I touch them and kind of like move them around, like they stay on. So it's, again, really natural. It's not like the strip lashes. The cons of them are the money. Like, it is rather costly to get the fills, and especially for that initial set, like you have to be committed to this. And then I would just say like some like lifestyle things. We were just on vacation at the beach, and you know, I didn't go underwater at the beach, and when we went to the pool I was very careful when I got my hair wet just to like kind of dip my head backwards instead of, you know, going straight under. Now you absolutely can get your eyelashes wet. You usually wait 24 to 48 hours, ask your esthetician about the type of glue, and they'll kind of say to you, this is how long you have to wait before you initially get them wet. So you can splash your face with water, and you can go underwater in the pool or at the ocean. I just know though, for the maintenance of them, they look much better if you do not get them wet. So it's kind of like I have to try to avoid getting my eyes wet at all costs. And then I think the only other con that I would have to say beyond like the cost and just being extra cautious with water is my mother hates these. She always complains, so I feel like that's a personal con, is that she's always like, I hate your lash extensions, why don't you just have your natural lashes? So so yeah, my mom doesn't like them. And I guess if you are the type of person though who prefers a really just natural look, they don't have that natural look. Like I think it's definitely, you have to like that Bridget Bardot, really thick va-va-voom lash look all of the time, because you can't take them off yourself. You'd have to go back to your esthetician and have them either removed, or you can gradually, as your lashes grow in themselves and shed, they do fall off on their own, but that would take some time. So this has to be something that you're definitely committed to having that look all of the time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave any questions you have in the comments box. If I didn't answer something that you are curious about, I'd be happy to respond to you in the comments. And if you're new, please subscribe. I do some beauty, lots of shopping hauls, mom life videos, and occasional vlogs. Thanks guys. Have a great rest of your day. And make sure you follow me on my Snapchat. My username is xoxo, and my Instagram handle is @bitsofbrie. That way you can stay up to date on what I'm doing all the time.